earlier in the day with Chicken. Facing off against Chad.
Wow! What an incredible hit! I can feel that in my bones. And again, huge pieces being shot across the arena.
Ripping off the back of Yahoo here, and you can see a light down in the arena.
I'm in danger.
Welcome back. So, we just took Aries to October NHRL. If you saw it, you kind of know where this is going. If you haven't yet, join me and I'll show you. Today, we're going to talk about what happened to Aries going in, how we prepared, what we brought that was new. I'm going to walk you through all the fights. I'm going to try something a little different this time, and I'm actually going to do a recap of the fight, talking about driving style and what you may have missed. And then we're going to end the video with what we're going to take away from this and what we're going to do to Aries to make it ready for December finals. So with that, sit back, enjoy some fights, and here we go. All right, so before we get into it, got to talk about what changed on Aries. We now have a pontoon attachment setup, which gives us a bit of a better armored setup, and just another option to add to our armor configurations. With that said, our first matchup was WarhHard, and I'm going to start talking about that prep real quick. Okay, looking at the WarhHard fight, we were very terrified, to be honest with you. We saw what they did to Yahoo in September, and whew, yikes. Just letting this play against Hurricane real quick. We noticed that Hurricane did go in for a box rush, and weapon to weapon was fairly even, at first at least. So that was something that we thought we maybe had a chance at with Aries, because we also have a pretty quick tip speed. And then skipping ahead, well, even right now, WarhHard's not moving super fast, so another idea was maybe even outmaneuver, especially considering how hard they hit. And right here, WarhHard's already crab walking, not even 30 seconds into the fight. So they seem to have reliability issues. So as long as we could trade a couple large energy exchanges, we knew we would survive them. We were hoping that they wouldn't. So we didn't really have a plan in place, but we had an idea of, let's just go weapon to weapon. We have a pretty quick tip speed, and it doesn't seem like they can handle their own energy super well. So with that said, here is the WarhHard fight in the qualifiers.
Here we go. Countdown is beginning. Floop is primed. Refs are ready. Away we go. Oh my God, Lindsay! Both robots. Oh, I see smoke. I see. I think that's belt smoke coming off of WarhHard. They were able to spin back out. That is an immense hit. Sparks flying everywhere. Smoke pouring out of the top of Aries. Hard to tell if that is a belt. WarhHard is taking no chances, dismantling Aries. They are healed like a Sam Hansen potato.
So, going into this fight, the plan was win the weapon-to-weapon exchange. Off the bat, I go right in for the box rush, as we see here, and we do not win the weapon-to-weapon exchange. As a consequence, we're upside down. WarhHard is frantically trying to get back over, which they do, and we're a sitting duck, and we get pummeled for the next 20 seconds. That hit right there actually bent the bottom plate. You can see it peeled up briefly before we go flying again. You can see it peeled up again. Eventually, we're gonna get hit one last time right here, get flipped over, and we're beached and spitting out ESC smoke. At that point, we knew it was over. We tapped out. We wanted to save whatever we could at that bot. It turns out we couldn't save much. This is what's left of Aries from that fight. There's not much. Both armor panels, front armor panels got ripped off. They were salvageable. We use them later in the day. This ESC right here, that was what the smoke came from. The battery was sus. We stopped using it, but we think it's salvageable. This upright's bent. The other upright is half gone. All the wheels are still on the bot somehow. We lost one of our chains on the front, I believe it was. Overall, the internals mostly survived, but, you know, aside from the one ESC, but the frame itself was pretty wrecked. One thing we are happy with is this, we haven't tested the S7 weapon much. S7 weapon was totally fine after this fight. One of the few things that didn't die. So that was encouraging, that later on in the day we could keep going weapon to weapon with big hitters and survive. With that said, after a first round bye in this loss, we went to an elimination round to get into the bracket, and we were matched up against Synthesis 30. Big, tall vert like Emulsifier. Should be interesting. Here's that fight.
Paddle version, he has these two. They're like solid printed TPU. They are so dense and so heavy. I couldn't believe it.
Robots fight.
That's cool.
Oh!
Oh, nasty. You can see Aries getting up to speed a little bit faster than Synthesis 30 and taking control of this fight early on. Aries is not letting what happened to them against WarhHard happen again. Right off the bat, Synthesis did manage to get one of those forks under Aries, but Aries managed to land a shot on that front armor package that sent it still flying. And I just saw a chunk. Yeah, that was a piece that they didn't want to lose. Tap out. Aries still in this tournament, despite getting absolutely destroyed by WarhHard.
All right, quick recap of the Synthesis 30 fight. Let's full screen it. So, the plan, let's just go weapon to weapon. We weren't as confident in going weapon to weapon to verts after the WarhHard fight, but we figured we could still win those exchanges. Pretty quickly, it turns out, yes, we can. Once I'm on you, I'm gonna stay on you. So, it was kind of fun driving Aries in this fight. Got a chance to really feel out the maneuverability because we fixed it after the April event. And, I don't know, it was kind of fun. Felt very good after the WarhHard fight to be able to come back and kind of remind everyone that we're still pretty legit. Okay, overall, the damage from the Synthesis fight, we were perfectly fine. Maybe a chip on the tooth, if anything. Synthesis, however, did sustain some damage. This is the right upright, split pretty bad. On their left upright, we took a fairly large chunk right out of it when they were upside down. And we also ripped off one of their TPU forks and one of their wheels and kind of bent that shaft and upright or frame member as well. I'll take it. That's a pretty good amount of damage in a fairly short time span. With that, Aries made it into the bracket, and when the brackets were out, we found out we were fighting Ghoul, which is the successor to Smack-O-Lantern. See how that went?
Then WarhHard XXL will qualify.
So this is a pivotal fight no matter what happens. Right, oh my goodness, Luke. That was a perfect hit from Aries. Ghoul really showed their side when they should not have. WarhHard has, I'm sorry, excuse me, Aries has slowed down their weapon dramatically. They're spinning it back up a little bit, but
both of these robots here.
Tap out.
And that's it.
That was a one-hit match here.
This shows you the power behind Aries' weapon. You show your side like that to a robot like Aries, and you are just done for. There's no coming back.
Cool. So, the match against Ghoul was nice and not super stressful. The plan was always to spin up and hit him, so that's what happened right there. And there was some inverted driving I wish I could have avoided. I was trying to be aggressive here while upside down, decided to self-right, and it led to a pretty fun exchange. Okay, today actually I got to talk to Paul a little bit, the builder of Ghoul. On the left image here, this is the shaft after the Aries fight for their weapon. On the right is what it's supposed to look like. That weapon-to-weapon hit did bend their shaft. And that same weapon-to-weapon hit, we took a fairly large chunk out of the beater. He was able to repair it, but that's a pretty nice thing to see some S7 do. So overall, that fight was pretty encouraging, and we felt good going into the semifinals against B-Force.
Going up against Aries in the blue.
Fight. Robots fight.
Away we go. Very careful start.
You can hear how heavy that weapon is on Aries.
Huge hits. Oh, an excellent pin by half of B-Force. Unfortunately, the other half is already suffering drive issues and just barely able to crab walk. only going to be able to hold that pin a moment.
Wow, just tossing these robots around like it's child's play here. Aries, that
coming
huge
loose.
heavy weapon, wow. Just stripping off that drive on B-Force.
Yeah, this match is all but over. A huge amount of smoke coming out of B-Force now. Barely a limp left on the other half. I think they're going to do a tap out. They're going to do a tap out. That is the end. Your winner is Aries. That had to be a perfect match. And there was a, I don't know if it was quite a mistake, but there was some...
All right, B-Force. Going into this fight, we knew that the yellow B-Force here on the left did not have a working weapon. That was damage sustained in their quarterfinal fight. They did not have time to repair it. That being said, the black member of B-Force is still very weaponized, very dangerous. That was the primary target going into this fight. As soon as the match starts, I just ignore the yellow one, go right for the black one, and once the hits start, they tend not to stop. I will give credit where it's due. Great driving here from the yellow B-Force. That was a very good pin. Once that pin started, I just dialed the weapon down to like 50% and just waited. Figured there was no way I'd get out of that, so they'd let me out. Once I'm out, I went for the one that was the most dangerous, being the more mobile, until it wasn't more mobile. So a couple exchanges later, one of the treads falls off. I just want to put it upside down. Now we can go take care of the other one. I don't know what happened here. I would love to know why their weapon started to smoke. Nonetheless, it happens. Aries did its job. And we finally made it past the semifinals. We finally made it to a 30-pound finals fight. That's awesome. You know, especially after the way the first fight of the day went. We weren't sure how it was going to turn out. So that's an awesome sign of progress to see. With that being said, we're fighting someone in the finals. Let's go look at the other semifinal. See who it is.
2, 1. Fight, robots,
Away
fight.
we go. Interesting drive issues right off the bat from Pegasus.
Wow! Huge weapon-to-weapon hit there.
Pegasus having trouble moving. Oh, look at that!
God! Popping the top off of Pegasus. Your winner's WarhHard XXL.
This is, man, once you pop.
And the batter.
Yeah, we got WarhHard again.
I'm in danger.
Alright, well, obviously going weapon to weapon is not the strategy, so the idea was to outmaneuver. Bigger weapon means bigger gyro. The plan was to play it safe. Go around the weapon. Spoiler alert, that plan went out the window very fast. Here's that fight.
From MIT, it's Aries!
Yes.
Ryan Duarte in full theme. You gotta love the commitment. One of my first conversations with Ryan, he asked me what I could do to get noticed, and I said, have a bot that's unstoppable and stick to the theme. I think the man learned some lessons over the past couple of months.
He listened. It's like his best design to date across any way.
Fight, robots,
Away we
fight.
go. Luke, this could be a 1 or 2 hit fight.
Wow, Aries getting under WarhHard XXL. Taking a huge chunk out of the rail
That
here.
is an incredible start for Aries. Oh, that mini-bot getting shredded to pieces.
Wow.
Now
Jonathan
Aries having
Torres.
pieces removed one by one. There is metal shrapnel littering our floor.
I see a piece of a wheel there, Ricky. I think one of the front wheels is gone on Aries.
Plate. There is no
30 seconds
fear.
left here.
No fear at all in Jonathan's eyes. He's taking his weapon to weapon. He's going in for the kill immediately. There's so much arena in our arena. Oh my goodness, what a comeback! Aries saw weakness in WarhHard's eyes and struck with the fury of 1,000 suns.
Look at all of this wood in the box, Ricky.
It's ridiculous, Luke.
Wow.
This could very well be the end. Yeah, I don't think Warhead is WarhHard, excuse me. WarhHard is going to get self-righted out of this. This is a tough job for Flo, and there's a lot of damage here.
I don't see those wheels going, that weapon's not going. It looks like the power could be out on WarhHard.
No, the weapon and the wheels do still have a little life in them, but it's not going to help him. He is going to get counted out, and your winner in the 30-pound class is going to be Aries. MIT in a return to form, sending in an absolute killer.
Yeah. This is the first golden dumpster for Team MIT. Incredible. Team Aries, this is really a story of building up a combat robotics program from scratch. This is a team that came together post-COVID and winning their very first golden dumpster. Fantastic. Aries released their flagship robot here at their school, and you can see really the culmination of so much hard work and dedication on the part of these students.
I am stunned. That wasn't just a culmination of their hard work in the shop and behind the desk. This is so much hard work in driving, in team dynamics and everything else. You can tell they went into that match having rewatched.
Okay, that fight was crazy. It started off, I was gonna take out the mini, and then I decided against it, and we ended up going weapon to weapon with WarhHard, and we won that exchange. Not to mention I got a pretty good flurry going, until I didn't, because it's WarhHard, and they have a Castle 2028 for their weapon motor. You can't beat that much. So now we're upside down again. This is becoming a trend that we're gonna try and make some improvements about, whether it be improving how we work upside down, or just not being upside down, because bad things happen. Handful hits later, we're up against the wall. Down the back wheel's fine. Most of our weight's on our front wheels anyway. WarhHard's down part of a drive side, that's kind of nice. I have no idea what works and what doesn't right now. Turns out that pretty much everything still works, which is awesome. 1, 2, big shot. We're missing half an upright again, but weapon's still spinning. WarhHard's upside down. This is the part where I realize, holy crap, we might actually win this. What's not super visible right now, one of WarhHard's uprights cracked the same way ours did. So they have 0 belt tension, and they're pretty stuck right now. You can kind of see the fragment of upright hanging out right here around where my mouse is right now. I have some pictures of the damage afterwards. Massive hit. That changes everything. I don't know. Like, the fight, I can't call that fluke because Aries can take and deliver a ton of energy, and it looks like we outlasted WarhHard, which is crazy. Can we do it again? I honestly don't think so. But to be able to do it once nonetheless was an impressive display. I am so happy with how the bot performed, and I worked with the tool I was given. Holy cow, it was good. So this win was super well earned. The team has put in so much work. You see some of it, but you don't see a lot of it. And as a team, we absolutely earned this dumpster. We've put in so much work this year into Aries. I'm so proud of everything we've been able to accomplish with Aries, especially in such a short time frame. And man, this is some pretty good momentum coming into December. We're gonna make a couple changes and bring lots of spares, and watch out. We're gonna be deadly. I believe that. With that said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching Aries fight in October, and I hope that we put up a pretty good show in December. Peace.